Go.
Good. Hello, it's Mia here. It's night time here by me, but I've got a lot of spotlights on me, as you can see. I love painting at night. Somehow I'm inspired by the nightly hours and sunset, really. And I just find that in the night it's more quiet, and you can just clear everything out, all the noise, and just focus, So that's why I'm doing tonight the vase painting. And what I'm trying to teach you is just that there's 3 easy steps to creating a nice piece. First of all, we start with a prep work, which we basically do our mixed media just for a backdrop. You're just doing that for wallpaper effect. It must just be a resonance, a backdrop. It mustn't be the main focus. As you can see here, I've already done step 1, which is in the first video that you've already seen. And I've done a bit of paper collage, I've done a bit of serviettes here. I didn't do texture paste this time. I just wanted some softness here. And and the second step is actually the planning that I'm focusing on at the moment. And that is where you actually start whatever is in your head, you put down on paper, you put on your board. I sometimes have a pencil clearly, where you can make a bit of a drawing. There's also nice ways where you can take carbon paper and just get your design there. And a lot of people are fixing on you have to grid it and have to draw it and it has to be your own and everything, but sometimes you're just inspired. We are very visual people and we see things that we love, and you want to sort of try and achieve or get there, but just make it your own and give it your own interpretation, whatever you use. That is my main advice to you. Okay, so we're going to take I've already got a nice satellite dish here, so I'm upcycling some stuff that's just lying in most people's backyards, and we're just going to basically look at making it a pretty outdoor project for outdoor art against your garden wall, that kind of thing. Okay, so we've done step 1, which is our prep work for collaging, and now I'm just going to do the planning. I'm a bit of a 17 years in teaching and big groups and so on with various people, done some workshops, but at the moment I'm still going to draw with my brush, which is called in alla prima, where I still start drawing with the brush itself as well. Okay, so I'm going to focus here now at the moment just on, you can see I've got a nice rosy effect here, so I want to focus on soft roses tonight, really a softness to it. So I'm using some black acrylic somewhere, which is nice. As you can see, I've got some chalky paints as well. There's so many brands, I'm not even going to focus on one, but I'm going to focus. Prework was done with a bit of chalk, Mod Podge as a sealant over it, or acrylic sealer, whatever your choice, and then you only start with your oil paint. Okay, but now I'm just doing some acrylic or acrylic normal black paint just to design and to prep my work. Okay, so I'm going to make a bit of a bucket again. Let's look at maybe, I'm just thinking of a French vase. What about that? Okay, so let's say I've got these ugly holes here, so I want to hide that. I'm going to use that as my main, just to hide those holes where you mount them to the wall. And I'm going to start with doing that, where I basically have a nice feel to it of a French vase. Okay, so I'm just going to make it a nice stand where it stands on. Always when you paint towards yourself, on something that comes towards you, you're going to curve the lines instead of making a straight hard line. Always curvy soft lines is better than straight. Even the top line is going to be a bit of curvy kind of line as well. Okay, I'm going to make a ledge here where you sort of have a second line here, where it sort of have a, where it's maybe just giving it some notion that it has a decorative piece there. And then I'm going to make the piece of the handle in a way, just making it nicely in. Look at that nice handle there. It fits with the black that's that side, and then I'm going to give it a nice little, look at that. Okay, obviously I'm going to do that part there and bring that in as well. Look at that nice vase there. Hey, do you like that? Okay, so there's some vase there for me, and I'm going to work with that. And out of that, my flowers are going to be born, so to speak. Okay, with here and there, I can also maybe make some flowers that are just lying there, some leaves. And what's very important about is decide where your darkness is going to be, where your light source is coming from. So I'm going to focus on the darkness on this side, and I'm going to make a bit of a leap here, where I'm going to say, okay, that is where my shading area is of my roses, okay, so to speak. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going for. And now I'm going to start with the roses. That's my pre-work. I can go a bit more. Normally I go for I don't like putting stuff right in the middle, but with this oval sort of shape, you don't really have a choice, you know, putting it offside. You've got a lot of patterns and designs here, so I'm sort of making it my focal point to a degree. Okay, so I'm going to focus on uneven flowers always, because then you've got more of your eye travel better than just 4 or 5, you know. So I'm going to focus on about 5 roses, and let's see, I'm going to focus, there's maybe a rose, there's a open spot there, what about there, 4 rows. I'm just basically outlining my details there. There's a rose there, maybe so. Okay, oval, when a rose is looking at you, you're going to make more oval side of sort of feel to it. And I'm going to, let's say there's a rose there, maybe something there, and maybe something there. Okay, how does that look? Okay, I'm going to bring this a bit over here. Okay, so there's my roses, and a bit of stems for that as well. Okay, you can see the roses are a bit plopped in here, so let's maybe bring that one a bit out to there. Okay, this one we bring a bit out to here, and this is just my planning phase, hey? This is not where I'm actually painting. I'm just planning, and I'm just still working just with acrylics to a degree. Okay, so that's my planning, and then I'm going to still work with acrylics, but I'm going to put some actual acrylic colors that I like specifically in it. So what I've got here is a beautiful Scandinavian pink. There's a lot of nice solemn psalm colors that are beautiful. There's a color that's very in at the moment. So I'm going to just put a bit of color with that roses, because I want to sort of bring these burgundy roses in, but also soft roses as well. So I'm just going to take this color as a backdrop color, maybe just here, bit of color here. That's just my, remember I'm still going to work with some oils. This is just my backdrop color. Maybe there's some color, and I'm going to make that one against that one also a bit dark, light. Okay. Okay, so there's some roses, it's just the backdrop, and I'm going to focus on maybe making a wine red sort of taste here. There's a nice burgundy. I'm still having Annie showing you, but I also love Granny B. I love Choco. They've got beautiful, Choco's got a beautiful melon color, which is also beautiful, I think. You know, there's so many options. So say for instance, I can take this one here and bring out a nice burgundy kind of color. With a Annie Sloan, sometimes it's a bit thick, so you water it down a bit. Just say for instance there, I'm going to go with a bit of red here. And don't worry about where it's run, you're going to still focus on that. And I'm going to make the centers a bit darker, see? Okay, well, I'm placing the centers. Okay, so there they are, nice softly done. And you can see I'm almost feathering it. Okay, just so it's a softer feel to it. And this feel, I'm going to, don't worry about the running of it as such. I'm going to take this color here of Choco as well. I just like color. I love something colorful, but we have to go lighter and softer as well, because our vase obviously is going to be a light color. That one's a bit difficult opening at the moment, so let's look for this one again. And I'm just going to go maybe this one here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that color to this area here, that you have sort of a soft feminine touch to it as such, hey? And this color I'm going to repeat somewhere, okay? Because you can't just use a color on the roses itself. I'm going to just go with the color itself and just repeat it as such. Okay, maybe there a bit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring it in a bit here. You see, there's my color coming together now. Okay, and then when I get to that face there, I'm putting it in water. I'm using a few brushes because I don't want to contaminate them in a way. So sorry for that, but it is necessary sometimes when you're demoing. You don't have time to wash each and every brush. Okay, remember we're working with acrylics, so put your water in the brush right afterwards as well. Okay, so I'm just blocking out now. We're still going to go to oil, but this is sometimes I do a lot of pre-work with the chalk. And most people use acrylic, but I found that chalk has got these vintage duck egg greys and country grey. It's got these beautiful tones that is leaning towards vintage colors, you know, and vintage painting. So that's why I prefer chalky colors as well. Okay, so I'm just going to block it out now. You see, I've got a country grey here, and it's not white, which I prefer, because the white we're going to add later on. Okay, so I'm just putting it down as such. There you can see a lot of planning being done already just by putting my detail in. Okay, we still have to bring greenery in, but there you can see a lot of detail already in my vase. And I'm bringing it this way. And remember, with these, it's always beautiful to make some lace doilies. I sometimes use doilies where I just stencil with them, you know, these that you put in teacups, so you can stencil some lace onto it as well. Okay, which looks really beautiful. Okay, I'll do a demo of that specifically one day. Okay, so there's just my basic planning done as such, and I'm just going to stick to that and bring some of that color off. Obviously, I want to bring just a little bit of it here. Nee? Just some there and there, where you just show that it sort of lies a bit of color on the backdrop. Okay. Thank you, Sean, for helping us with the DVD and the video tonight, or not DVD really. Okay, so this is just my planning phase, and from there I'm shifting over to my oils. Okay, the next video I'm going to show you, we're doing short videos so that they're not too long to upload. It's going to be where we actually go over and paint these lovely roses. Okay, that will be the roses step 3. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and see you now again.